Welcome everyone. Today we are doing worksheet on parallel and perpendicular lines, and we have already covered the theory before, so you can just refer to that video. I have attached the link in the description box. So let me start with this one. It says find the equation of a line which is parallel to y equals 4x minus 5 and passes through 1 comma negative 2. We know that to find any equation of a line we should start with y is equals to mx plus c. Our main aim is to find m and c, and that's it. To find m, we know that this equation of a line is parallel to this one. If it's parallel to this one, that means y is equals to 4x minus 5. So 4 is basically your gradient, because we know in parallel the gradients are same. So it would be y is equals to 4x plus c. If this is y is equals to 4x plus c, now our main aim is to calculate c, and if this point is lying on this line, that means it should be satisfying this. So I can equate y to negative 2 and x as 1. So this would be minus 2 is equals to 4 into 1 plus c. This is one of the most simplest one. If you have already gone through my video, you would be able to do starting 2-3 questions very easily. So this would be now minus 2 minus 4, and c is finally negative 6. So final equation will be y is equals to 4x minus 6. Similarly, we can calculate the second equation. It says find the equation of a line which is perpendicular to y is equals to 7x minus 4 and passes through 1 comma 3. It's exactly this like the previous one. The only difference is now the line is perpendicular, so the condition will change. We know if two lines are perpendicular, m1 into m2, that is the gradient of two lines, should be equals to negative 1. If we see the gradient of this line, the gradient of this line is 7. So the gradient of another line would be negative 1 over 7. So the equation of our line is y is equals to mx plus c, and because gradient is minus 1 over 7, so this would be minus 1 over 7x plus c. Now I just need to put x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 3, because this point is lying on this line and it should satisfy it. So y would be 3 and x would be 1. So c is equals to 3 plus 1 over 7, which is c is equals to 22 over 7. So final equation of line is y is equals to minus x over 7 plus 22 over 7. In finding the equation of a line, doesn't matter whatever the condition is given, all you need to do is to calculate gradient and to calculate the y-intercept. Let me move on to the next question. Question 3 says, find the equation of a line which passes through 7, 4 and is parallel to 7x plus 2y equals 1. It's exactly like the first question. The only difference here is why it's a little bit different from the first one is that you first have to rearrange this equation to get the value of gradient. So first we need to rearrange this equation to get the value of gradient. 7x plus 2y is equals to 1. So bring it here. It will be 2y is equals to 1 minus 7x and y is equals to 1 minus 7x over 2. Or simply in terms of y equals mx plus c, I would say minus 7x by 2 plus 1. That means the gradient is negative 7 over 2. So the equation of a line which we have to calculate is y is equals to mx plus c, whereas gradient is negative 7 over 2. So we have our gradient which is y is equals to minus 7 over 2x plus c. Now I just need to put the value of x as 7 and y as 4. So in place of y I am putting 4, and in place of x let we have it 7 over 2 into, so this will be 4 is equals to minus 49 by 2 plus c, and bringing it here it would be 4 plus 49 over 2 is equals to c, and finally c is equals to 57 by 2. Final equation of line will become y is equals to minus 7 over 2x plus 57 over 2. This is our equation of line. It says find the equation of a line which is parallel to this one. We know that the line that we are finding is parallel to this one, but it passes through the intersection, because we know we need one point, and that one point we can get by finding the intersection of this. Ultimately, what's the meaning of this? That these two lines are supposed 2y is equals to 7x plus 1 and 2x is equals to y plus 1 are these two lines. The point we will get by intersection of this is this. We have to find the equation of line, and suppose this line is this. So we have to find the equation of line which is parallel to this one and passes through the intersection of this one, that is this point. So this line we are calculating basically. So first we need to calculate the intersection point of this line and this line. If two lines are intersecting at a point, that means the same point will satisfy this line as well as this line. Or similarly, I can say for the curve as well, if the point is lying on the intersection, that means that point is a part of both the lines. That means it's a simultaneous equation. We have to solve it because the value of x and y will be shared, and value of x and y will be same for this one as well as this one. So let me solve this by elimination method. So let me rearrange like bringing xy together. Here also y minus y plus 2x is equals to 1. Let me make the coefficient same. I think making coefficient for y is much more simpler. So multiplying it with 2, multiplying with 2, multiplying with 2. My new equation will be 2y minus 7x is equals to 1 and 2y plus 4x is equals to 2. Now subtracting. This will get eliminated. This will be minus 11x and this one will be minus 1. So finally x is 1 over 11. If I want to know the value of y, I just need to substitute it in either of the equation. Let me substitute here. So 2x minus 1 is equals to y. So 2 over 11, because what I did, I have substituted the value of x as 11. So putting the value of x as 1 over 11, it would be 2 over 11 minus 1 is equals to y, which will be minus 9 over 11 is equals to y. So the 2 points are 1 over 11 comma minus 9 over 11. These are the value of x and y. So this line is passing through this point. We know the intersecting point. Now we have to write the equation of a line. We are finding y is equals to mx plus c. Sorry for the background noises actually. I tried my best today, but still you can hear that. So I'm really sorry for that. So gradient is because it's a line parallel to this one. So when I rearrange this one, what will be the value of gradient I'll get? On doing, I'm just writing here, the space is not good actually here. So 7 over 2x plus half is equals to y. So I get to know that gradient is 7 over 2. So gradient of this line will also be 7 over 2. So finally it will be y is equals to 7 over 2x plus c. Now we need to substitute these coordinates. Y is minus 9 over 11 and x is 1 over 11. So this will be 7 over 2 into 1 over 11 plus c. Bringing it here, minus 9 over 11 minus 7 over 22. This will give me final answer as minus 25 by 22. So final equation of line I am writing here, y is equals to 7 over 2x minus 25 over 22. This is the final value of the equation. Moving on to the next question. It says a line is formed by joining A, which is negative 1, 3 and B 5, 4. We have to state whether this line is parallel to this or not. So let me rearrange this one and calculate the gradient of this one, because if we want to know whether two lines are parallel or not, only we have to see that their gradients are same or not. So gradient of first line will be, on rearranging, this will give me y is equals to x over 2 plus half. That means gradient of first line is half. Let me calculate gradient of another line. Gradient of second line we can calculate by using gradient formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is 4, y1 is 3, x2 is 5 and this minus 1. So from here I can say this be 1 over 6. And clearly if you're gonna compare, these two are not equal, and for the parallel condition they should be equal, so I can say they are not parallel. Moving on to the next question. Question number 6 says line A passes through 1, -3 and 4, 5. And another line B passes through 4, 6 and 7, 8. These lines are parallel to each other. We have to find the value of K. Again, I'll be saying for the parallel condition, the gradient should be equals to each other. So let me calculate the gradient of line A, which is by the same formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 2 minus y1, 5 minus 3 over x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 1. This will give you minus will become positive. So 5 plus 3 will be 8 and 4 minus 1 will be 3. So gradient of line A, I can say MA, that is gradient of line A is 8 over 3. Now calculate the gradient of line B. So gradient of line B is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. So y2 minus y1 is 7 minus 6 over x2 minus x1 is 7 minus 4. This will be k minus 6 over 3. This is MB. Condition given that they are actually parallel to each other, that means their gradient should be equals to each other. So MA is equals to MB. I can say 8 over 3 is equals to k minus 6 over 3. From here, k cancelling 3 and 3, k is minus 6 is equals to 8 and k is equals to 14. So final value of k is 14. Moving on to the question number 7. A circle has equation x squared plus y squared is equals to 17. Find the equation of the tangent of the circle at 1, 6. Let me draw this circle. This circle has equation x squared plus y squared is equals to 17, which means the center is 0, 0. And there is a tangent at point 1, 6. So let's say 1, 6 is somewhere here. This line is tangent to this point. We have to calculate the equation of this tangent. First is there is a circle theorem, because definitely for this one we have one point, but we should know the gradient. To calculate gradient, there is one thing which is important. If you join the tangent and the radius of the circle, they should be perpendicular to each other. This is the circle theorem, which says that the angle between the radius and the tangent is always 90 degrees. So same I am writing it here, that angle between radius and tangent is 90 degrees. Therefore, I'm just writing, you need not to write everything therefore and everything in the main exam, but I'm just writing all of this stuff to make it clear to you that how I am proceeding this question, how I am solving this question. So therefore, gradient of radius multiplied by gradient of tangent should be equals to -1. Simple. If two lines are perpendicular, that means multiplication of their gradient should be equals to -1. So gradient of radius is what? Because the two ends of this radius is 0, 0 and 1, 6. So the gradient of this radius will be gradient of radius is y2 minus y1, 6 minus 0 over x2 minus x1, 1 minus 0, which is 6. So from here, the gradient of tangent will be 6 minus 6 into m is equals to -1. So gradient of tangent will be -1 over 6. So equation of tangent is what? Y is equals to mx plus c. M we have already calculated, which is -1 over 6 plus c. And this tangent is passing through 1, 6. Let me clarify this question once again. It's simple. There is a circle and there is a point, and at that point on a circle there is a tangent. So 1, 6 is a point lying on the circle, and there is a tangent at this point. Tangent is a straight line that touches the circle or any curve only at one point. So it's touching at one point here. Now we have to calculate the equation of this tangent. To calculate equation of any straight line, we always go for y is equals to mx plus c. M we can calculate by the relation that the radius, the angle between radius and the tangent is always 90 degrees. That means the line of the radius and the line of tangent, this tangent, they are perpendicular to each other. So the multiplication of their gradient should be equals to -1. That's why I have calculated the gradient of radius so that I can calculate the gradient of tangent. Once we have it, put it in y is equals to mx plus c. We already know that the tangent at point 1 comma 6 is, that means 1 comma 6 is definitely lying on this tangent. So put y is equals to 6 and x is equals to 1. 6 is equals to minus 1 over 6. I substituted x as 1 and y as 6. Bring it here. 6 plus 1 over 6 is equals to c, and c is finally 37 over 6. Final equation of line will be y is equals to minus x over 6 plus 37 over 6. Moving on to the question number 8. Question number 8 says there is a circle given, a tangent given, and axes are given. Equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared is equals to 25. So first thing I get to know that this circle is 0, 0, like the center is 0, 0, as well as the radius is 5. This radius is 5 centimeter, 5 unit in length, because this is 25. Standard equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared is equals to radius squared. So on comparing, standard equation of the circle that passes, whose center is 0, 0, is x squared plus y squared is equals to r squared. On comparing, I'll get radius as 5. So now the line has a tangent at k, 4. Here the line is a tangent. Find the value of k. It's the first thing that we have to do is to calculate the value of k. Clearly, this k is lying on the circle as well as lying on the tangent. We already know the equation of a circle, so it's very easy to calculate the value of k4 because it will satisfy this given equation. That means x is equals to k and y is equals to 4. Obviously, if a point is lying on any curve, it should satisfy. That means that coordinate is a part of that equation. So x is equals to k and y is equals to 4. On putting, x squared plus y squared is equals to 25. X is k squared plus y is 4 squared is equals to 25. K squared, 25 minus 16 is 9. So k you will get, there is no one value, there are two values of k that you will get. K1 as plus 3 and K2 as negative 3. So you will get two values for k, positive 3 and negative 3, because whenever we take the root, we will get two different values. One is positive and one is negative. Second part says find the coordinates of m and n. For this coordinate, at least we should know the equation of the tangent. So let me calculate the equation of tangent, which is exactly like how we did the previous one. Now we know this point B. Because it's on positive side, this is the reason they have specifically given this axis in order to give you an idea that what coordinate is this, whether you have to take positive or negative. Clearly it's on the right hand side of the equation of the axis. That means k we have to take as 3, 4. We have to find the equation of the tangent. Again we'll be doing the same thing that how we solved the previous one, that the angle between the tangent and the radius is 90 degrees. So I'm starting with gradient of radius is, what point is it? 3, 4. So 4 minus 0 over 3 minus 0. That is 4 over 3 is the gradient of radius. So gradient of tangent will be multiplication of them equals -1, because these two are perpendicular to each other. So gradient of tangent would be -3 over 4. So equation of tangent is now y is equals to mx plus c. Now m is -3 over 4, so y is equals to -3 over 4x plus c. And this is passing through the point 3, 4. So let me put x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 4. Y is 4 and this is 3. So c is equals to finally 4 plus 9 over 4, which is 25 over 4. So final equation of a line, C we have calculated, M we have calculated. Put that all in one equation. You will get y is equals to mx plus c, that is minus 3 over 4x plus c, which is 25 over 4. This is the final equation. The next it says find the area of OMN. Let me work it here itself. OMN, that means this whole they are talking about. So let me just remove this one so that we can get a better idea which triangle we are talking about. We are talking about this, this and this. Definitely this is a right angle triangle, or I can apply half times base times height to calculate area. Base is this and height is this, that means I should know the coordinate M and N. We just calculated the equation of this straight line, which is y is equals to negative 3 over 4x. Y is equals to negative 3 over 4x plus 25 over 4. Put x is equals to 0. If this straight line, this whole straight line passing through y-axis is a point where the coordinate of x is always 0. So put x equals 0, you will get y is equals to 25 over 4. That is, this point is 0, 25 over 4. Similarly, when this straight line passes through the x-axis, at x, y is always 0. So that means this will become, put y is equals to 0 in this equation. You will get 3 over 4, x is equals to 25 over 4. X is 25 over 3. So this point is 25 over 3, 0. So what is the length? Here base is 25 over 3, height is 25 over 4. So half times 25 over 3 times 25 over 4. So I can write it here. What's the area? Half times 25 over 3 times 25 over 4. These are the 2 points we have calculated. And this is finally equals to, this is 625 over 24 units squared is the area of this triangle. See question number 9. The first line is 5y plus 4x is equals to 20. Whereas the second line is given as x minus y equals 2. And we have to calculate the area of this triangle. It's actually ABO. We have to calculate the area of triangle AOB. That means this triangle we have to calculate area of this one. So my main aim is, I always say go in a reverse order. What they are asking you to calculate area of a triangle. Area of triangle is half times base times height. So this we have to use. That means half times AB times O, let's say N, ON. That means the main aim is to calculate this intersecting point. This intersecting point, if I'll be able to calculate, it would be great, as well as the AB. My main aim is to calculate all the 3 coordinates. I can start doing it from O, because O is the intersection point of this straight line, and we just study that if 2 lines are intersecting with each other, they share the same value of x and y. So do it by simultaneous equation. 5y plus 4x is equals to 20. X minus y is equals to 2. We can make any one as same. Let me make y same, multiplying with 5, multiplied with 5, multiplied with 5. Final equation will be 5y plus 4x is equals to 20 minus 5y plus 5x is equals to 10. We need to add it up. Many times a student get confused that whether I have to add or subtract. Obviously, the coefficient is same. They already have the negative sign. If you subtract it, answer will become 10y. No sense of doing elimination. Elimination is to eliminate one variable. So if they are opposite in sign, you need to add them up. It will give you 0. This will give you 9x and this will give you 30. So x is 30 over 9. So coordinate of x we got as 30 over 9. Calculate the value of y. Put it in either of the equation. Let me put it here. So x minus y equals 2. So 30 over 9 minus y is equals to 2. So y is 30 over 9 minus 2. which is 12 over 9. Finally, this will be 4 over 3. So this is 4 over 3. These are our coordinates. Let me calculate the coordinate of A. This value, definitely x minus y is equals to 2 is passing through x-axis. If it's passing through x-axis, that means y would be 0 in this case. When I put y is equals to 0 in this equation, I will get the coordinate of A as, for coordinate of A, put y is equals to 0 because on x-axis y is 0. In x minus y equals 2. So x is 2. I'll get this as 2 comma 0. Similarly for B, so for coordinate of B, we need to put y equals 0 in equation. 5y plus 4x is equals to 20. So when you put y equals 0, x will be 5. So this is 5 comma 0. Obviously, this length is 3 units. How much you have to move from 2 to like 5, or how much unit you have to move from 2 so that you can get 5? It's ultimately 3 units. So A to B is 3 units. And how much you are moving, because here y is 0. So how much you are moving upside? 4 over 3. So final area is half times base is 3 times height is 4 over 3. Cancelling out, you'll get 2 units squared. 2 square unit is the area of this given triangle. So in this way, we can calculate this was not specifically question about parallel or perpendicular line, but this was a question about the lines. So these were all the types of question. I tried to summarize them all in a one worksheet because as we are running out of time, so I can't bombard you with so many questions and so many worksheets. So these worksheets are specifically designed so that at the very end of the moment you will be able to solve some questions there and will be able to improve your grades. So that's it for today, but before I end the class, I'm running GCSE crash course batches. You can attend those classes for a specific subject, for all subjects. It depends on you. I'm running the doubt sessions as well. So doubt session is such that if you have a doubt in particular topic, in few questions, and you want to book only 1 class, 2 class accordingly, all you have to do is just email us at exactacademy@gmail.com and we'll coordinate accordingly for all the subjects I'm providing. And this is not only for GCSEs, it's for every year. It's AS level, A levels, for all boards from year 1 to year 13 we are running this one. And to book the classes for new session also, you have to just email us at exactacademy@gmail.com. So that's it for today. Thank you. Have a great day.